Hello and welcome to the next edition of Craft Takeout from your reference department. This is Spring Mini Paintings. For step one, we're going to use our paintbrush, dip it into the water, and just put a little bit of it on the canvas in the areas that we're going to start painting. Acrylic paint tends to dry very quickly, and by watering it down, this will allow us to be able to work with the paint just a little bit longer. Using the gray paint that was included in your craft kit, paint the top 75% of your canvas, mixing the paint with the water as you go. And it's totally fine if you have streaks, that's just going to make it look even better. There's no sense painting the bottom 25% of the canvas. We're going to be doing a different color down there. To give our painting just a little bit of a stained glass appearance, we're going to begin adding in a little bit of our other color selections. So if you want to go ahead and load some of your dark purple paint onto your paintbrush, you can do some random streaks in an up and down motion across the canvas. Don't over blend at this step because this will cause your paint to turn an unattractive shade of brown, and we definitely want to maintain the purple. Use a little bit of your white paint in the same up and down strokes to lighten the shades of gray and purple, just to give it a little bit of variation. Continue to go back and forth with your white and your purple paint as much as you need to make it look exactly the way that you want. If for some reason you're not happy with what you've painted so far, let your canvas dry and then just start the steps over again to create a whole new background for your painting. For step two, add a little water to the bottom portion of your canvas using an upward sweeping motion. Begin adding the light green paint that was included in your craft kit. This will be the remainder of the background for your flowers. Continue adding thin layers until the green blends smoothly into the gray. At any point during this process, if something doesn't look the way that you want, just repeat that. Just let it dry and start over again. As you can see, I think that I went up a little too far with the green, so I went back and I began adding the purple and the gray and white back into my painting so that I can get the purple a little bit further down the page. I just go back and forth with this process until I have the background looking exactly the way that I want, with as much purple as I want, with as much green as I want. This is your painting, make it look the way that you want. Now dip your paintbrush in the dark green paint, and beginning from the very bottom, you're going to start in upward strokes creating the stalks, stems, and leaves of your lavender flowers. Try not to do all of your leaves and stems in the exact same manner because we want this to look random. We want things to look like they would in nature. So you might start at the bottom and have your leaves bending to the right. Well, next do some to the left. Feel free to put your leaves further back by starting them a little bit further up the canvas. The ones that are at the bottom would be closer to you. Next, we're going to give the appearance of the sun shining on your flowers. So you're going to take your light green paint, and if your sun is going to be coming from the left side of the sky, then you're going to paint the edges of your leaves on the left side as well as the left side of your stems. Same would go for the right. If you wanted your sun to be coming in from the right side, then you would paint the right side of your leaves and the right side of your stems. If you get too much of your light green paint on there, don't panic. Just go back and add a little bit of your dark green back to the opposite side. This will make your light a little bit crisper. Now this is the fun part. We're going to be creating the petals for our lavender flowers by using the little group of Q-tips that are in your craft kit. One end will be for your lavender paint, the other end will be for your dark purple paint. We're going to begin by using one end of our bundle of Q-tips with the dark purple paint, and we're going to start tapping the canvas randomly up our stalks. For mine, I did the wider portions of the flowers at the bottom. There is a reference photo laying to the left that you can use for guidance. We're not going to be doing that exactly the same way, but you can use that as a guide. But as you can see, you will start with the dark purple paint and you're going to tap in a random pattern, getting smaller as you go up for each of the flowers that you would like to create. Make some of your flowers lower on the canvas, make some of them higher. This creates depth. Now flip your bundle of Q-tips over to the clean end, and we're going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to use the lavender paint. And what we're going to do is we're going to continue to flip back and forth, complete one layer and then flip it back over and repeat the previous layer. Trust me, this looks good when we're done. Next, we're going to create some highlights by using the lighter end of our Q-tip bundle and the white paint to create dots on our lavender flowers. Feel free to repeat the process with your dark purple, your lavender, and your white paint until your painting looks exactly the way that you want. For step 5 of our painting, we're going to add just a little bit more depth. We're going to do this by adding leaves to the very front at the very bottom of our canvas. And now your painting's done. Feel free to, as a last optional step, place a protective coating of Mod Podge on your painting. This will keep it from getting dirty and help to protect it from scratches.